In the shadows of the spotlight, two forces rise through the ranks. One moves like a storm with something to prove. Every strike, a statement. The other, fueled by fire, forged in precision. Calm on the surface, ruthless underneath. The future of the fight isn't coming. It's already here. The next chapter has entered the ring. Welcome to the stage, Sean Legacy and Jackson Drake.
Gentlemen, welcome to our panel. Great to have you here. Please have a seat. Make yourself comfortable. We appreciate you being here, taking some time to talk to us today. And boy, what a interesting career you guys have had to start off with. It's yep, microphone's on. That's all. That's good. So,
what you doing over there? What you doing over there, Jackson?
Staying away from you.
Come on,
Sean.
Man. Come on, man. Sit normal, bro.
Nah, stay over there, bro. Don't worry about me. Answer the questions.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll start at the very beginning. The genesis of your wrestling careers. At what point? Was it childhood? Was it, teenage years that you decided, hey, I want to do that. I want to be a professional wrestler?
Ladies first. You got this one.
I appreciate it, Jackson. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing?
Doing good?
Do we have to sit down and do these?
We don't have to sit. If you guys are more comfortable standing up, it's just going to be a little more work for us.
I'm more comfortable standing and getting a little close to these people, man. I enjoy it. I've gotten into pro wrestling when I was 6 years old. My dad got me into pro wrestling. And he would call me in his room, and I would watch it every Monday night. My favorite wrestler at the time was Rey Mysterio, because when I was 6, I was 4 foot tall. So that's the only wrestler I could relate to. So that's how I got it. What about you, Jackson?
Well, I was 7 years old, I was flipping through channels one day.
So 3 years ago? Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
At least I can pass a drug test. Oh. Now listen, I was 7 years old flipping through channels. I see dudes beating each other up. I see dudes pulling hot chicks. I'm like, that's so me. I can do that. I can make my living doing that. And here we are, Soda City Comic Con, telling my story to a bunch of virgins. So it got me somewhere.
Uh-huh. So early influential wrestlers and superstars, who were they for each of you?
Rey Mysterio and John Cena.
Oh, yes. Two legends, two absolute legends.
Randy Orton and Kurt Angle.
Ooh, yes. The Olympic gold medalist, Randy Orton, the legend killer. Your travels now to NXT, how have you had a chance to meet these heroes now, and what has that experience been like?
Man, it's actually been great. So I met John Cena, but it wasn't from wrestling.
Oh.
Does anybody know Dragon Con? Anybody here know Dragon Con?
Yeah.
Dragon Con's next week, and usually the show opens with Dragon Con wrestling. And, man, I could not sit on that couch. Okay. I can't do it. So Dragon Con wrestling actually opens next week. But, like, 3 years ago, I did a Peacemaker cosplay. And my entrance for Dragon Con wrestling was the whole Peacemaker dance. John Cena's agent was there and actually sent it to John. And then John Cena actually messaged me personally and told me that he saw the dance and everything and that he thought it was, like, extremely cool. And I freaked out. I definitely freaked out. I was like, John, I really have John Cena's number. So whoever wants John Cena's number, I'm just kidding, no. but yeah, no, I thought, man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
That was absolutely incredible. And the Peacemaker, not only did it got better than that, but James Gunn shared it. And I'm a huge James Gunn fan.
Yeah.
So that was extremely awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, man, as for these guys that we grew up watching, now we get to go to the Performance Center and we get paid to work with them and be coached by them, Obviously, I'm pretty perfect. I'm literally the champion, so they don't give me much critiques like they give Sean over here. Sean's on the bad list a lot, unlike myself.
This man got jokes, man. I'll tell you what, dude. Golly.
Only joke up here is you, baby boy.
Now, hang on.
Have a seat.
Hey, Jackson, you want to tell them the story about you getting hit by a car?
No, I do not.
Oh, okay.
Hey, can anybody draw in here? Does anybody like draw?
Yeah, we got some.
Okay,
back,
cool.
seems.
Take a piece of paper, draw a rock, put some googly eyes on it, and a bad haircut, and that's Sean Legacy. That's literally Sean Legacy.
Well, as we try to maintain some semblance of an interview.
As you can tell,
here.
we don't like each other very much. But hey, listen, sometimes you got to work with the people you don't like, okay? So that's honestly another reason why I'm not sitting next to him, and I'm standing right here. So.
Well, gentlemen, let's talk the Performance Center here. You bring up a very good point. The Performance Center, I mean, it's groundbreaking as far as the training for the superstars of tomorrow. What's a facet of the Performance Center that people like us, the fans, don't realize is a part of the Performance Center? We've seen pictures of the inside. There are several wrestling rings set up. What are some of the more surprising features of that
There's a
Performance
lot
Center?
of cardio, a lot of drills, of drills, man. One thing is you don't see people getting yelled at. We get yelled at a lot, especially him. He gets yelled at the most. But yeah, a lot of hard work goes into that, man. It's crazy. It is absolutely insane.
What was the most surprising thing for you about Performance Center?
Honestly, and this is more on a positive note, you know, like homie said, there's going to be people that you have to work with that you don't want to, people that you like and you don't like. But no matter what, with everybody, as soon as you come in there, there's a little bit of an undertone of respect. Just because everybody knows nobody doesn't accidentally end up in WWE. You have to be one of the very best to be there. So there's like an undertone of respect automatically, whether you like each other or don't like each other. There is respect.
Well, and before you both got to the Performance Center, there was obviously some training that had to take place ahead of time. So who trained you for your very first match, even prior to coming into WWE?
So I actually got trained here in Columbia. Good old Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh.
Yeah, I am from Augusta, Georgia. I live in Augusta, Georgia currently. But yeah, I trained in Columbia, South Carolina, and I had a guy during COVID in 2020. He trained me, and it was more of the psychology part of pro wrestling. And while COVID was happening, there was no indie wrestling going on, so I definitely took that time to learn as much as I can. And you know, after that, man, opportunity came knocking, and I went to Japan for a couple of months, and that's been amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I actually started training right down the street in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Ooh.
Taught by the greatest professional wrestling trainer in the world, in my opinion, LeBron Cozone, the Ring Warrior, who also trained NXT's young OG, Javon Evans, who's challenging for the NXT Championship tonight.
Wow.
So hopefully, yes, absolutely. That's my baby boy. But hopefully he'll win the NXT title, and I'll remain Evolve champion for a little while, and we can do Clash of Champions down the road.
Man, that Evolve title is a beautiful looking title. Take me back to the day that you won that championship. How did
Sean,
it?
why don't you take us back there, Sean? Why don't you take us back there?
No, Jackson, I'll let you get this one. Go ahead. Go ahead. You take it.
Do you remember it?
It's your turn.
Do you remember what happened?
Go ahead. Listen,
I don't
just
think
want
so.
you to enjoy this right now. I want
you
you
very
to
much.
enjoy this.
Yeah,
Go
you know,
ahead. This
I
is on
have,
you
and I
because
will.
you're not going to get multiple of these. So go ahead.
Yes, absolutely.
This actually might be the last time. So let's go. Go ahead.
No,
You
this is
tell
the
'em.
first of many. This is just the first of many. But yeah, that was a crazy day, dude. I walked into the Performance Center. We're getting ready to shoot Evolve, and obviously it's the biggest match of my career. You know, I got good, bad, in between, neutral, everything just going through my head all at once. I got to wrestle 3 different guys to accomplish my dream. You know what I'm saying? Bell rings. Take out one guy, all by myself, no problem. Take out another guy, all by myself, no help at all, no problem. Then finally, it's down to the big 2, me and Legacy. Need him in the head, put him to sleep. Became the first ever WWE Evolve champion.
And Sean, obviously that's heartbreaking to come up short. What were your takeaways, and you know how now will you go back to eventually challenge for this belt again? Do you have your sights set on other championships?
If he challenges for the belt.
Here's the thing with that, man, is when you're pursuing a dream, You're going to hit a roadblock. You're going to fail. But the most important part is getting back up. And here's the thing, man. Being a hero, it's not about beating up the bad guy. It's about trying and trying and trying again and never giving up. And yes, I lost. I failed. But guess what? I'm right back up. And I know I'm going to get another opportunity with that title eventually. And but I know that Jackson's in a little group right now. The what is it? The Virginity Project or Vanity Project? What is it? What is it? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. Yeah. So, but yeah, man. When the time comes, man, I'm gonna be ready because I promise you, I'm gonna give it my absolute all to get that title from Jackson, because it's time for a change.
We got a comedian up here. I didn't know I was on stage with Cat Williams right now. Listen, there are no participation trophies, only champions, baby. Come on now.
Well, that'll be a rematch I'm sure we're all going to want to see at some point. Let's talk about the differences between wrestling in front of a live crowd and wrestling for a crowd on TV time. Because as someone who works in production myself, you've got to stick to a clock. You've got to make sure commercial sponsors are happy. What was one of the biggest adjustments to you going from wrestling in front of live crowds to wrestling now in the TV realm?
When it's TV, man, you got a time.
Yeah.
You got 8 to 10, man. You got to stick with 8 to 10 for sure. They're really big on that.
Yeah.
When you're doing a live crowd and independent, man, it's basically free range. It is free range, and you finally get to enjoy this moment. Which, don't get me wrong, there are still moments you can enjoy doing TV, but TV, they're just a little bit more strict with that stuff.
Definitely gonna have to agree with Sean on that one, man. Wrestling for WWE is great. Wrestling on TV is a dream come true. But on the indies, dude, it's all you. The ring is literally your canvas. You paint whatever you want.
That's a great point. That's a very great point. Let's shift our focus a little bit here to the difference even in fans. You know, when you move up to those next level to the WWE, now you're on a big stage in front of, you know, not just the nation, but the world too. God knows that WWE is on the world stage.
I want to laugh.
Continue.
My point in all of that is, you know, how has it been to go and travel to different cities and meet different fans that, you know, are seeing you from California to Florida to everywhere else?
Well, I mean, listen, I could answer that because I've been all over the country.
Yeah,
actually.
you are.
I'm actually heading to Malaysia next week to wrestle up there.
Wow.
And I've been to Japan. Japan was the first one. I was in Japan for 3 months. Then I went to the UK twice. I wrestled in Germany. I wrestled in Belgium. I wrestled in Paris. I wrestled in Costa Rica. I have wrestled in Switzerland. And like I said, I'm heading to Malaysia next week. And man, it's been absolutely fantastic. Wrestling out of the country is great. And the crowd is absolutely fantastic, especially in Japan. In Japan, man, they take wrestling seriously, and it is amazing. I absolutely love Japan. Japan is definitely a country that if I ever had the opportunity to move to, I would move in a heartbeat.
Now, Jackson Drake, as the champion, is there more of a demand for you to travel coast to coast out of the country? You know, what has that been like to try to navigate?
Yeah, how many times have you traveled out of the country? And how many people
so the thing
have asked
about
you?
me is I didn't need to travel the world to make the world know who I am. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, yes, there's a demand for Heartbreak Drake. There's a demand for the Evolved Champion, which, if the money's right, you know, $1,500 plus first-class plane ticket and hotel room, then we'll talk, you know.
And that's a standard for you.
That's the standard.
That's bare minimum.
That's where it starts, bare minimum. Exactly. But for the shows that I definitely do, any city that I walk into is Jackson Drake City.
So I mean, you've come a long way, and in doing so, what were some of your early travels like as far as getting from place to place? Did you ever have issues getting from town to town when you were first starting out?
Yeah, it's definitely hard when you're 13 and you don't have a driver's license, you don't have a car. You know, you got to ask for a lot of favors. But I will say, when you're on the road with the young OG, Javon Evans, it's never boring. It's never boring. It's always an adventure.
Sean, what about you? Do you have some fun stories about trying to get
Can you
from
tell
town
me
to
that
town?
question again? I'm doing stuff to Jackson. What was the question one more time?
It was traveling in the early days of your career. You know, nowadays with WWE, I'm sure you've got folks that are making sure that you can, book travel from town to town. But on the indies, you're independent. You're by yourself. What was one of the most challenging trips you had to take to get to a booking?
From Augusta, Georgia, I drove all the way to Cleveland, and then which was about 13, 14 hours. And then it was Cleveland all the way to Baltimore, which was about 8 or 9. And then after Baltimore, I went back out home, which was about 10.
And your car made it.
And I did that all on my own.
Wow.
By myself.
Wow. Did you have concerns that your vehicle was not going to make it?
Dude, I get concerns when I go to the gas station about that, bro. 5-minute gas station drive, and I'm like, I hope my car doesn't break down now.
Oh,
Please
man.
don't break down now.
Man.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for sure, definitely, especially with like a flat tire. Like, oh my goodness, that is something I did not want.
So you both have had phenomenal careers thus far, and obviously sky is the limit going forward. Who is that A-list star in the company that you want to eventually have a match with? Sean or Jackson?
I don't know, man. I kind of got two answers for that.
Okay. Well, we could take two of those.
Okay, so obviously, Javon Evans, my first tag team partner, my first best friend. A singles match with him at WrestleMania would be absolutely peak. Kill me after that, because it doesn't go up from there. My second dream A-list opponent, you know what's crazy? My best friend Javon wrestled him before me.
Really?
Randy Orton.
Huh. Okay. And why Randy? I mean, obviously he's the legend killer. Like
He's the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
I'm a young Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Look at me.
I don't think anyone's going to argue with that, right?
They
Right.
can laugh, but they ain't gonna argue.
That's right. That's right. that'll be that for us there. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, mine would be AJ Styles. There we go, 100%. AJ Styles actually kind of called me out at one point, and I thought that was like the greatest thing ever. So, but that may be in the works, so we don't know. So, but man, AJ Styles would be great. The second would be John Cena, but I don't know if that one's gonna happen.
I
'Cause
don't
Cena's
know
got a
why. I
couple
feel like his
months
time's a little limited.
Say what?
I feel like his time's a little limited.
Oh yeah,
so
man.
maybe
he's got like a couple more weeks, couple more months. Yeah, so that probably won't happen. But if I had to choose at least one right now, it would probably be AJ Styles for sure.
Oh yeah, another tremendous performer.
The Phenomenal versus the Superman. I got to do it.
Let's expand on that, and let's talk about maybe any wrestler currently living or one that maybe is no longer with us. Fantasy match, maybe something that in the video games these guys would get to play.
Like that's not with us. Is that
Yeah,
what you
possibly
said?
someone who's not with us. Obviously,
Eddie
unfortunately, we
Guerrero.
just lost Hulk Hogan here, and
Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero, yeah.
I would love to wrestle Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah. And why Eddie?
Why Eddie Guerrero? Because, man, he was great at everything.
Yeah.
Everything. If you want him as a good guy, he could play the good guy. If you want him as the bad guy, he could play as the bad guy. And he was so good with the smallest things that matter, man. And he was so great at it, man. So, like, he was constantly working, constantly. There's never a time where you look at Ray, and you look at Eddie and you go, man, he looks tired. Nah, man. Eddie was a workhorse, and, like, I would have loved to have worked him. But, yeah, man, definitely Eddie Guerrero. He's great at everything.
Yeah, that's an excellent choice. What about you, Jackson?
I'm gonna have to say HBK, Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Much like Eddie Guerrero, very good at every single little thing. And fun fact, the Heartbreak Kid himself greenlit me to be called Heartbreak Drake. So
Really?
That's my biggest flex. That's my biggest flex.
He greenlit that.
Yeah, so obviously he sees himself in me. It's like looking in a mirror.
I mean, how did that make you feel? Was that just like oh my gosh, or was it? I knew this all along.
Put me on a pedestal that nobody can ever take me off of. Nobody can ever take that away from me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I want to open the floor up to questions now because obviously the folks in attendance here are going to have very, very specific, in-depth questions, and I want to make sure to give everyone a chance here. So my friend Lauren's going to be walking around with the big orange microphone, and if you have a question, raise your hand. You know the drill. We'll call you, and we'll have you ask a question, and we have our first one now. Hello.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Michael. I'm also from Augusta, Georgia, so it's really
My man, Michael.
appreciate it. So my question is, as a babyface and as a heel, what are some of the difficulties trying to maintain those personalities and also, I don't know, have some roadblocks, if there are any, to cut the line between yourself and your character?
Some people are just born as good people, and some people are just born as a piece of crap. So there you go. That's basically what it is, man. You know, personality is very big in pro wrestling, and I was just born a great dude, man. I was born a very fun, charismatic kind of guy. Then there's him. So, yeah.
Jackson, you want to respond?
Very creative, very funny.
Yeah.
You should write a book. So, obviously, you are the way you are. Being a heel is much easier when you're surrounded by a room of idiots and people that you don't like, kind of like right now. So, yeah. That good enough for you?
I thought it was a great question, Michael.
Well,
Thank
there is our answer one way or another. We've got one right up here in the front row. Hello, sir.
Hey, my name is Brett. To go a little different than what you were asking, a dream match to have, what's some of the favorite matches that you've had so far, whether it be on the Indies or in Evolve or wherever?
My favorite match was the triple threat match I had on NXT with Javon Evans and Adonis. That was my favorite one this year so far. Yeah, it definitely helped that I came up with a W. The only guy from the WWID program that has won on NXT, so that's actually really cool too.
Mr. Drake?
You know, the Ricky Saints Gauntlet match on NXT was a lot of fun. I would also have to say, I'm not sure if anybody's familiar with Robbie Eagles. He's from the UK, or Australia, my bad. I wrestled him back in November for his Australian championship, and I actually took the match on 4 hours' notice, and the night before I got blackout wasted, just absolutely obliterated. And I woke up, and on 4 hours' notice, went to DPW and had a classic with one of the best wrestlers in the world. So yeah, that'd be my favorite match.
Do you attribute
great question.
that ability to bounce back to your workout routine, or how are you able to go from the party to the ring lifestyle?
Honestly, you just have to be Jackson Drake. You
Okay.
just have to be Jackson Drake. That's the only way you can do it.
Fair enough. All right, we'll take another question right back here in the center. Hello.
Hi, my name's Jared, Columbia, South Carolina. This is more kind of like an opinion question, but I've been watching wrestling since the 90s, and one of the things I've enjoyed is the rise of women in the scene. So I just wanted to ask you which ladies on the scene are killing it right now? Could be WWE, TNA, AEW.
Dude, Rhea Ripley in a heartbeat, bro. Rhea Ripley in a heartbeat. Like, seriously, she's more over than the guys, bro. Like, no, she's unstoppable right now. Yeah, I seriously don't know anyone else.
Mommy's always on top.
Yeah, I really don't know anyone else.
All right. Is that your answer as well?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Great answer. And very great question as well. We'll come to this side of the room, I believe here in the second or third row back. Hello.
Hey, guys.
Ethan!
What's
What up, Ethan?
Yeah.
That's the man right there.
I'm aware.
There you
Oh.
go.
So, my question would be, and Sean, this will be more for you, but what do you see your first championship being? And Jackson, what do you see your second championship being? Because you are.
Okay.
I think I know what my first one's gonna be. So, yeah, that's my answer. But it's definitely gonna be that Evolve title, 100%.
My next championship, I'm not sure when I'm going to challenge for it, but I know Javon Evans is taking home the NXT championship tonight. And I know that it's going to be me and him for that said championship later down the road. And I'm going to win it.
All right. Mark those words here, everybody. We'll go to the front row in the back section. Hello.
Hi, I'm Savannah, and I was wondering how y'all decide on your character or personality and your costuming and who you might have taken inspiration from, like superheroes, other wrestlers, and even cartoon characters.
I'm the man right now. So it's like what Michael said earlier about being a good guy and a bad guy. It's really about your personality and how you are as a person. And I've always been a good guy, always have. My ring gear is honestly inspired by all anime. My current WWE gear is Gear 5 Luffy. My next ring gear is going to be, because my entrance, my nickname is Super Sean Legacy. And my entrance is the Frankie pose. I do the flip in, I hit the super, and my next ring gear is going to be the BF39 Frankie robot. So that's the next gear. My previous one was All Might, because All Might's actually my favorite anime character. I know. So and I'm a huge anime nerd. I'm a huge nerd in general. So that's where all my gear is inspired by.
Yeah, the gear question, I think, is very poignant in all of that. What about your gear? How do you come up with
I don't
your
know.
gear?
I wish I had a better answer, but I lost my virginity a long time ago, so I don't watch like anime and superhero stuff and all that. I just wear what gets the job done. Clearly.
Personality.
All right, we'll take our next question. If you got it, again, stick your hand up right in the back here, very back. Lauren's got a ways to walk, or run in this case.
She's booking it.
All right, she's a workhorse herself. Thanks, Lauren.
Hello, my name is Quincy. Instead of everyone else here being from South Carolina, I'm from Texas. I got a question for the both of you guys. Knowing your business, it's the hurt business. You're gonna get hit a lot, and you can't really get out of everything. What is one move that you guys just hate to get hit with no matter what? Just like, kill me right now instead of getting me with this.
Any move that I have to fall on my back. Any move, man. Any move where my back has to hit the ring, man, that's about it, dude. No. I'm tired of taking bumps.
Facts. I feel you on that. Honestly, getting hit in the back with a chair is the worst thing in the entire world. I'll take a chair shot to the head. I'll land in a pile of thumbtacks, dude. Just don't hit me in the back with a chair. It sucks.
That brings up a good point, though. WWE has taken amazing steps to ensure the safety of the superstars. How do you feel, both going through the NXT program? How do you feel thus far, medical and the trainers and everyone backstage have been? If, say, I've tweaked something or I'm hurt, like do you feel that you have the support of WWE when that happens, or in the event something would happen?
Most definitely. So that medical team, dude, nothing is getting past that medical team. Every time we go there, first thing we do when we get to the PCs, we go to the training station or the doctor's office, whatever it is, and we lay down on a table. They take our heart rate, they take our blood pressure, they bend us in all sorts of weird ways to make sure everything's functioning correctly. And if something's messed up, if something's holding you back or hindering your performance, they're gonna know about it, and they're gonna take precautions. They're gonna do everything that they can to, root out the weak.
Yeah. Sean, what about you?
Yeah, I mean, he answered it, bro. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Has there ever been something that maybe the trainers have found that even you weren't aware of at any point while getting screened, and you're just like, oh,
There was definitely something there, but they didn't find it because I wouldn't let them.
No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nope. All right. We'll take another question on that note. We'll take another question from the crowd. I think we've got one in the back. All the way on this side. Lauren, I believe you know who that is. Spoilers. It's her daughter.
Don't. Oh, God. What? Stand up.
Hi, how many wrestling matches, in total, have you guys been in?
I've probably been, I don't know, honestly. I've been wrestling for about like 8 or 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I can't answer that, man. I could barely think with this thing on.
I was going to say, we're lucky to get words out in
Can
that.
you even hear me?
Vaguely, it sounds like, someone's wearing a helmet.
Oh.
So we've accomplished that. If you had to estimate, I guess,
If I had to estimate, it had to be around, man, 700-800.
Wow.
I also had my first match probably about 800 matches ago, I would say.
While we're waiting for our next question to come around, we talked about the medical staff, how they want to make sure that you guys are safe and not looking at anything long-term and injuries. What is the worst injury that either one of the two of you have had to personally deal with?
So honestly, man, I've been fortunate to where I've never been injured too bad in the ring. But I will say one time, the worst pain that I've ever felt in the ring was probably this one time, dude. I jumped on the middle rope and I went to do a backflip. And as I'm mid-backflip, a dude hucks a chair right at my solar plexus, my bread basket, and just knocks the wind out of me. I can't breathe for a good 5 minutes, Yeah, that's not an injury, but definitely the most painful.
Definitely the most
that I've ever
painful
experienced.
painful thing. Sean, what about you?
What was the question? What was like the most painful injury?
Yeah,
I've broken my wrist. I've broken my foot, man. Countless concussions. I mean, goodness, I think every wrestler's had concussions.
Were you able to finish the match though with those kind of
Say that again?
injuries? Were you able to finish the match with?
Yes,
those
I
injuries?
actually I did a fatal 4-way in like 2019, and I broke my foot like the first minute in the match. And adrenaline is a heck of a drug, and wrestled like 20 more minutes with it, just walking around.
Oh man.
As I was getting undressed, man, I took my sock off, and man, yeah, I could see the colors, and it was bad. And the next day I went to the hospital, and it was broken. So. Man.
Ouch. Ouch. All right, we'll take. We've got another question. Hello.
Hello again.
Again.
I guess this is a question for Sean Legacy. If you were to have a stable, what would be the name of it, and who would be in it? And I guess for Jackson, who do you want to add to the Vanity Project?
If I had a stable, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
What would the name of it be?
Yes.
And who would be in it?
Yes.
How many people do I get to have?
How many
We'll
you want?
do 2 guys and a girl.
2 guys and 2 girls?
And a girl, just one girl.
2 guys and 1 girl?
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley, let's go ahead and make it popular. 2 guys. Wow. Any wrestler, like WWE, like.
We'll say any wrestler.
Okay, let's go with AJ Styles, Rhea Ripley, and Otis.
Oh.
Otis. Yeah, you got to have some kind of comedian. I love Otis. That Otis is hilarious. I love talking to that man.
What was my question?
Who do you want to add to the Vanity Project?
Who do I want to add to the Vanity Project? Not Joe Ugly Ass, that's for damn
Yes.
sure. No, honestly, I would add Sydney Sweeney to the Vanity Project. That's my answer.
So here's one for you. Let's go back in time. If you could wrestle in any now defunct promotion, so think maybe WCW, ECW, AWA, all the way back, which would it be and why? Maybe challenge for a championship of that particular promotion.
ECW for
Yeah?
sure. Yeah, because ECW just like it was a blast to be a part of. So I would definitely do ECW.
Okay.
And the talent there was insane.
Absolutely.
ECW had amazing talent. I mean, the first one that pops in my head that I would love to wrestle was Tajiri.
Oh yeah.
I would have wrestled Tajiri in a heartbeat.
Hell yeah. I'm also going to have to say ECW just because I know the after parties were legendary. And also, I know a match between New Jack and brand new Jack would go absolutely crazy.
Wow. Have you guys had a chance to sit under the Paul Heyman learning tree in your time?
I'm afraid not.
Not
yet.
Not yet?
No, not yet. We've had a couple sentences, but nothing crazy.
Gotcha.
Just, how are you doing? I'm good, Mr. Heyman. And then he's gone.
Okay. Very, very, very interesting. I guess maybe why not some of the other promotions? Like that's one I've heard a lot is folks like, oh yeah, WCW. But is it because of all of the, I guess, notable business turmoil that they were in the 90s? Is that maybe something that's kind of off-putting as far as that's concerned, or is it strictly just the roster of talent?
I'm not necessarily opposed to WCW. Dude, I totally would have walked in there, became the leader of the NWO easily. No problem. Made the most money. Yeah.
Well, speaking of the NWO, I mean, let's sort of go back to factions and stables. All-time favorite stable, not including your own. We've got to pick another one. Outside of your own, favorite stable or faction of all time. I think mine has to be Evolution. I mean, past, present, future, Triple H, and Randy Orton. Batista.
My favorite is probably D-Generation X, just because it was really
it's another good one.
It was entertaining, man. I mean, that's what wrestling is entertainment, and D-Generation X was very entertaining, probably the most entertaining out of all.
I'm afraid I'm also gonna have to say DX, dude, because that era where they had just gotten together and they had just formed the group back in what, like 1996 or something.
Yep.
Right before Shawn Michaels had that back injury and went away for a little while. That short little brief stint of the original DX is just unforgettable, legendary.
So specifically for you, the original DX.
Yes.
Okay. I like that. Rick Rude.
You know,
yeah. Okay. All right. Any others that would agree with that statement? All right. Well, you might be on your own there, Jackson, but it's okay. We'll take another question from the audience. We've got one right over here.
She's ready. She is ready. She is moving. Oh, she snatched.
Hi.
Hello.
So I've been thinking about the Cody Rhodes and John Cena storyline. What did y'all think about that?
Cody is a phenomenal talent. My opinion, and I know the question obviously wasn't addressed to me, but I mean, these are two like legendary caliber performers, obviously, but just people and personalities in general. So, you know,
I liked it. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I liked it. You know, it felt a little rushed, but I mean, some of them, I mean, they're probably just busy outside of wrestling, so that's probably why. But man, I don't think it's not going to beat the Roman Cody story for Mania when Cody won the WWE Championship belt. But yeah, I liked it. I mean, I love both of them, so I don't hate it, don't love it, but I liked it.
That's pretty fair. Honestly, I just got a quick hot take for everybody. John Cena should have stood his ground. He should have stood on business and remained heel because heel John Cena was goated. That's my hot take. Heel Cena was great.
It makes sense. Well, gentlemen, we're gonna wind things down. Do you have, I guess, any parting words for our folks in attendance here today? Something you want them to take home as they go back to their lives? Some words of encouragement, words of wisdom that you want to leave us with here today.
You want to go first, Jackson?
I don't have nothing, man. I'm ready to go to the bathroom and take a big Shawn legacy. Is what I'm ready. Thanks, Soda City. Appreciate it. Not gonna miss a single one of yous.
I just want to say, man, if there are wrestling fans out here, which I've heard a couple of you, appreciate you, support and the love that you've given all of us, man. WWE, any wrestling wouldn't matter without you guys. So I really want to appreciate it, man. And thank you guys for coming out.
All right, everybody, let's give it up. Shawn Legacy, and Jackson Drake. Gentlemen, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here. Yep. I got this, so I don't really got much. I'll put that away. I'll put that away. All right, hey, coming up here, folks, in about 20 minutes will be the 10th annual Kids Cosplay Contest. So get in position, get the costumes ready to go if they're not already. This is going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, and we'll see you back here in about 20 minutes. You sure I can't do the... No? I mean...